Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio, so today we need to talk about Special Delivery Charizard, because something wonderful and amazing has happened, ladies and gentlemen. And what's happened is, Special Delivery Charizard has gone and gotten hilariously cheap. This is one of the biggest price crashes we've seen for any card, and it just keeps going. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, right? This has been amusing me greatly. Now, essentially, the deal with Special Delivery Charizard, like they did with Special Delivery Bidoof before it, was that you filled out a little online form, and they'd send you a code, and then you'd go and use that code to spend $20 on the Pokémon Center, and then it would send your order out with your Special Delivery Charizard. With Special Delivery Pikachu, they just did it with all the orders in a certain amount of time, and it was, well, it didn't go great, I think is probably the best way to put it. But they fixed it quite nice with Special Delivery Charizard and Special Delivery Bidoof, and it worked quite nicely. Except the problem was, everybody kind of started thinking that this was going to be a ridiculously expensive card. And initially it was. The first listings, when this was first put up for sale, were for £1,200. And I keep these images on a folder on my computer just in case I want to refer back to them and have a little bit of a look. And the first things I've got saved from when the codes first went out, these are being sold for £1,200. And we saw and these actually came from the lovely Stephen Kent over at Playscape Games. And we actually saw a very, very sharp dive, because within a couple of hours they had actually dropped to £500. Which was still ridiculous, but, you know, they dropped pretty quickly. But if we go and have a look at the sold listings in August, now bearing in mind this is August, September, October, this is 2 months ago, they were selling for about £300. This was selling for £300. Not for sale, not listings, actual full-on sold for £300. So, if I'm telling you this is one of the biggest drops we've ever seen, what have we got now in terms of a price? How much are we paying for Special Delivery Charizard in the beginning of October of the same year, just 2 months later? Yes, less than £50. I mean, we've got three recent solds here, 48, 36, and 48. That is, fantastic. Bearing in mind, it started off with a $1,200 card, and then people realised that was stupid and tried selling it for $500. People were buying it 2 months ago for £300, and today it's a sub £50 card, which is absolutely hilarious. Now, I do, however, have a couple of warnings that you need to know if you're going to be going to buy this card. Watch out for the listings. People making these listings are actually kind of being really super annoying, because there are a bunch of listings that are for the code only. And some of them make it really obvious. You know, there's 3 on the picture here. The first 2 have code only on the picture. Well, the last one is a code only, but the picture doesn't say code. The picture is of the card, and the title is Special Delivery Charizard SWSH075 Pokémon Center UK exclusive code only. So, and this is deliberate. Now, actually, I've just had another look. It does say code only, but they've put it on the card itself, deliberately trying to hide it. So, look, they're trying to hide that it says code only on the picture, and they're trying to hide it at the end of the title, and believe me, both of these things are deliberate. Please don't think this is some kind of honest mistake. This is very deliberate, and essentially what they're doing here is trying to trick you, and then when you pay £28 and you only get the code, they're going to refer to the picture and they're going to refer to the title, and they're going to win, and that's going to be really annoying. Do please be very, very careful. There's also things like this listing over in the US, which is for 1 card, but for some reason I don't fully understand, they've used a picture of 4 cards. Except I do understand, because they're trying to make it look like you get 4 cards, when in fact you only actually get 1. Please be looking out for these kind of listings. Some people are not nice people. Now, you can buy the code only, and the good news is, an English eBay isn't reflecting this, and that's super annoying, but on American eBay, you can buy the code like super easily for like $4. For some reason on UK eBay, everyone's trying to sell it for 30 quid and hiding it, which is weird. Over on US eBay, however, it's actually quite nice. People are selling this code for $4. And you can buy the code for $4. Remember, it's valid until the end of the year. And you can buy the code for $4, go and spend $24, and you got the card and $20 worth of stuff for $24. Bearing in mind, you got to spend $20 to get free postage. Anyway, this is wonderful and hilarious, and I love it. I haven't shown you the prices in the US, have I? How rude of me. It's currently selling on the US for, again, about $50. The last three solds are $50, $56, and $52. So it's basically a $50 card, but there's no real reason to get the card. No, that's a lie, actually, because some of them have been coming out with bad centering. They can get damaged in the mail, etc. Mine didn't, and a lot of them haven't, but that is, I suppose, possible. If you buy the card on its own, then you do kind of guarantee the condition of the card, because you know the card that you're buying. But basically, you can either buy the card for $50 or the code for $4 and then just go and spend $20 and get the card for free. This is hilarious to me, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely hilarious. And the best thing to do here, as always, is to go and have a little bit of a look at the graph on TCGplayer. And the graph on TCGplayer shows us in a fantastic way that it started off as a basically $300 card. The market price on August the 10th, when these first started being sold, was £297. It's now a $44 card. And this won't stop being funny to me, because what I find hilarious is I've done videos about the price of this crashing, about it coming out, and I told you in many videos that the price was going to come down, more waves were coming out. And I got some really rather rude comments from people telling me that it's never going to get that cheap, and there aren't going to be more codes, and I'm trying to manipulate the market, and blah, blah, blah. And actually, no, I was telling you what was going to happen. We knew that more codes were coming out. We'd literally been told. And a load more codes got sent out, as we kind of knew they were going to. And now it's crazy cheap. And this is fantastic. And this was always going to happen. And we have seen the price has absolutely crashed. Make no mistake about it, this has been, in the past, a very expensive card. But it shouldn't have been a very expensive card. It should always have been a super cheap card, and it's fantastic that it's actually being sold now as a much cheaper card. Because Special Delivery Bidoof, unfortunately, this never happened. I told you that my prediction all along was that Pokemon are going to just make a ridiculous amount of these cards. And I always thought that was going to be the case. And there was reason to believe that. And then that ended up being true. That wasn't the case with Special Delivery Bidoof. So Special Delivery Bidoof, unfortunately, isn't a terribly cheap card. The last three sold over on eBay are $330, $205, and $227. Or $204. So Special Delivery Bidoof hasn't ended up as a super cheap card. And the difference is really simple. With Special Delivery Bidoof, Pokemon didn't make enough of them. They didn't send out as many codes as a lot of people wanted them to, and that's turned it into a scarce card. Pokemon saw what happened with Special Delivery Bidoof when, hang on a second, Charizard's way more popular than Bidoof. This is going to go badly. And then they just sent so many more codes out. And actually, yeah, it's gone pretty well, ladies and gentlemen. It has gone pretty gosh darned well. As for Special Delivery Pikachu, they must have sent more of them out there, because this is selling for like $100. It's awkward because a lot of the Special Delivery Pikachu being sold are actually graded at this point. But there are a bunch of sales out there for $100. It's a much cheaper card than Bidoof. Bidoof, after all, has ended up being the most valuable of them. But the point of this video, and what I really wanted to share with you is, this is coming down, as we all kind of knew it would. People love not giving Pokemon credit for stuff. but actually they saw what happened with Bidoof, and they made a real effort to try and make sure that it didn't happen with Charizard, and it hasn't happened with Charizard. They printed what seems to be an absurd amount of them, and like I say, in the US at least now, you can literally go and buy a code for this on eBay for $4, and then just go and get the card yourself with a $20 purchase. And I think this is absolutely hilarious and brilliant, and I'm a big fan of this. Right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's happened. That's the news, and now it's over to you guys. Have you got your code for Special Delivery Charizard? Have you picked one up on the secondary market? Do you think it's going to fall even further? Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon card games, all kind of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel. You can get some bonus podcasts where I answer all of your questions. You can join a Discord and chat Pokemon with us. And you can get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Matt DS, who is a very lovely person, been a supporter for quite a while now. Very lovely person. Thank you for the support, and thank you for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.